Hi guys, welcome back to Hi Grishi Codes. I hope you are doing great. In the previous two videos, we learned pattern printing using nested loop, including different star patterns like square, triangle, inverted triangle, and parameter triangle. Parameter patterns. Now we are moving to a very important topic in Python, functions. Function are one of the most important concept in programming because they help us write clean, organized, reusable, and easier to manage code. So let's understand functions from the very beginning. Let's get started. So, what is the function? A function is a block of code that performs a specific task. Instead of writing the same code again and again, we can put that code inside a function and use the function whenever we need it. For example, imagine we have to print a welcome message 5 times. Without a function, we might have to write the same print statement multiple times. But with a function, we can write that code once and simply call the function whenever we want. Okay, and so why do we use functions? So function have several advantages. First, they help us reuse code. Second, they make our program shorter and cleaner. Third, they make our code easier to understand and maintain. And finally, function allow us to divide a large program into smaller and manageable parts. Okay, so creating our first function, let's create a very simple function. So def greet and then print hello, welcome to Python. Okay. So here def is a Python keyword used to define a function. After def, we write the name of our function. Here our function name is grid. Then we add parenthesis. Finally, we put a colon. The code inside the function must be properly indented. Okay, so calling a function, just defining a function does not execute it. We need to call the function. Let's call our function grid. So the output will be hello, welcome to Python. Okay, when Python reaches grid, it goes to the function, executes the code inside it, and prints our message. Okay, so calling the same function multiple times. Okay, so grid and then grid. So the output will be this. Okay, we wrote the actual code only once, but we were able to execute it 3 times simply by calling the function. Okay, uh, function with multiple statement. For example, def introduction and then print hello. Again, print my name is Grishi and then again print I am learning Python. Okay, so now let's call it introduction. So output will be hello, my name is Grishi. I am learning Python. All three statements belong to the function because they are properly indented. Okay, so important points, function definition versus function call. There is very important for beginners. When we write def grid print hello. Def grid print hello. We are defining the function, but when we write grid, we are calling the function. So remember, define, create the function, and then call, execute the function. Okay. So real life example, let's understand this with the real life example. Imagine you are a washing machine. You have a washing machine. So you don't need to explain every step of washing clothes every single time. You simply select a washing mode and press start. You can think of that washing process as a function. The function contains all the steps needed to perform a particular task, and whenever we need that task, we simply call the function. Okay, so one more example: def study and then print study Python and then print practice coding and then print build product projects. Okay, so now study this. So output will be study Python, practice coding, and build projects. So we can call study whenever we want this three statement to execute. Okay, so let's quickly revise what we learned today. A function is a reusable block of code that performs a specific task. We create a function using the def keyword. The function name is allowed by parenthesis and a colon. The code inside the function must be indented. Finally, we execute the function by calling its name with parentheses. Okay. That's all for today's video. Today we will learn the basic of functions in Python. What is a function? Why we use the functions? How to create a function and how to call a function. So in the next video, we will make our functions more powerful by learning about function parameters and arguments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Hi Veshi Code. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video. Happy coding!